Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is it, people. This is the final piece of the puzzle. If you did not see the 3 previous videos for this costume, I suggest you do, because this is the last one of Simplicity 8719. I almost said 87119. 8719, the witch costume. I am so excited for how it turned out, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. But let's go ahead and get started on this. I guess you want to call it like a skirt or an overskirt. Yeah, let's get started on that. All right. This skirt pattern piece involved taping together 2 pieces, 22 and 22A. They must be taped at the star markings you see here. I also didn't mock up the skirt because I ran out of muslin, so I went off of measurements which were about the same as the bloomers. After upsizing both the skirt and the waistband, I cut everything out in satin except for the front piece, which was cut out of a soft slinky black chiffon. Start by sewing 2 running threads down both sides of the front panel, one at 3/8 of an inch and the other 1/8 into the seam allowance. Do this from the top dot to the bottom dot. Stitch the upper edge of the skirt here from the side seams and meeting in the middle, 1/2 inch away from the edge. With right sides together, pin the front to the side seam matching dots while pulling the thread to gather the fabric so it fits. Baste then stitch at 3/8 of an inch. Then you will narrow hem the entire edge of the skirt, which quite literally was hellish. You're supposed to press in at 3/8 of an inch and then again at 1/8, hiding the raw edge in the fold. But I thought, oh, let me use my hem foot because I don't have the patience to do this nor the time. I can't. I fought so hard with this. It looks terrible right here, but up front is acceptable, and as far as I'm concerned, I'll take it. Gather the other side of the front panel so it matches the length of the other side that's sewn down. Stitch at 3/8 of an inch all the way down the gathers. Fold the raw edge under a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance towards the wrong side. Stitch in place. On the outside, pin your trim to the left seam and sew up on both sides of it, making sure to turn under the lower ends. On the right side, stitch the trim over the folded edge on both sides of the trim as well, and fold those ends under as well. Oh, how I love how lovely this looks. Taking the other edge of the skirt, and you will encase it in bias tape. Place the bias tape so that the narrow side is facing up, and fold up the lower edge like this, and pin. Sew from the other side so the wider part gets caught into the stitching. Take your encased edge and pin it to the wrong side of the trim on the front panel like so. Sew up from the bottom edge of the trim about 2.5 inches on both sides of the trim, creating an opening. Attach interfacing to the wrong side of your waistband, then fold and press the unnotched edge of the band at 5/8 of an inch. Trim it to 3/8 of an inch. With right sides together, pin the waistband to the top of the skirt, matching the center back, notches, and dots. As you can see here with this long piece off the left side, the front panel was far too small for what was needed. About 4 inches too small to be exact. So I had to take everything apart and upsize the front panel. I made a copy of the original piece plus 4 inches, so for your information, one size does not fit all of the skirt sizes, especially oversized 22. After a small detour, a little bit of backtrack you may say, I got everything back to where I left it. From here, go ahead and attach your waistband matching the center back. Make sure that the right side of the band matches the skirt at the lower dot here. Sew it in, then trim your seam. Press the waistband and the seam allowance away from the skirt. Fold your waistband in half, right sides together. Stitch the ends along the seam line, and I didn't know the best place to stitch the extended part, so I just kind of guessed. Trim the ends and corners, then flip both inside out. Which is where I found out I did the extension wrong and it looks completely freaking ridiculous. But when you match it up to the edge of the skirt, it looks fine, you don't even see it. Fold the waistband to the inside, covering over the seam and pin. Then stitch from the other side close to or into the ditch of the seam, making sure you're catching the waistband on the other side. From here, they want you to use snaps on the markings here in the opening. The problem for me is that the snaps are meant to be sewn in by hand, much like this, but I did not have that kind of patience, so Velcro it is. The only problem with Velcro is that it occasionally gets stuck in the chiffon center in my tights, but I'll take it. Once you're done with that, you will take a pretty button of your choice and sew it to the trimming like so. I think that button goes really well with the theme of the costume. Can we talk about how cute this costume is? Like, OMG, it is too cute. Let me show you. I can say that there are of course many things that I would like to fix, work on, but like, is it really necessary? It's a Halloween costume. It's stupid cute regardless. Like, you could probably go to Party City and pay like $50 for a sheet and some cereal boxes and call yourself a serial killer. Like, but I think this is so cute. My only issue is the fact that during my last week and a half of family problems, I did gain quite a bit of weight. So the skirt didn't fit like I wanted, but everything else fit fine. The only thing I didn't like about this whole thing was the skirt, and I did not feel like hemming that entire edge of the skirt, so I just kind of left it alone. So don't look too close at that. I'm not doing it. That's unnecessary stress for me. But yeah, I think it came out stupid cute, and this hat I found at Party City, and it fits so well. Like, you remember the witch girl? I don't know if anybody watches anime here, but do you remember in Soul Eater, the cat witch? She wasn't a witch, but she was a cat that had magic. She had a cool hat at the beginning. Like, this hat is that hat. Like, I had to get it. It's so cute. So, yeah. Thank you, folks, so much for joining me throughout this entire project and your patience. If you want to know why it took so long, I have a small post on my Instagram to let you know what happened. But, yeah. I'm back. Be good. I cannot wait for the next project, but I hope you folks enjoyed this one. If you make this, please tag me on Instagram. I want to see them. Like, I need to see it. Even if you don't go off of my videos, I just want to see your Halloween costumes in the first place. Like, I need to have the inspiration. I love costumes. I love cosplay. Let's do this. Let's create a community. Like and subscribe so you can be part of this family. Like, let's just do this. I'm just too hype. Let me calm down. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Please let them be as nice and constructive as possible. And I hope you guys have a really, really safe Halloween. And yeah, I will see you folks next time. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Have a good day.